Alright boys, here today I had a video that I wanted to actually go and show you. So I recorded a video like this a month ago and I never actually got to uploading it. I just ended up scrapping it because I was like, hey, screw it at this point. It was like when I uploaded that video we had a leak for something and then I just didn't upload it. I forgot about it. So today I wanted to update it and show it to you. So if you don't already know, it's basically, let's just jump into it. If you're new to the channel, get subscribed, let's have some fun. So first, I'm kind of using this slide over here. It's called Sensor Tower. If you don't know what Sensor Tower is, it's basically how you find app statistics, right? I can go here and find out how Grand Cross is doing. I can find out how any game is doing based on downloads, based on their revenue, based on their growth over a certain period of time. So today, I wanted to show you Grand Cross's thing, right? Because as we all know, okay, the entire, global point, and the kind of thing that I said too, that Liz wasn't hyped. It wasn't going to be hyped. I just wasn't a fan of having another Liz. I'm fine with it, okay? It has to happen at some point. I know that. I just wasn't like, oh my god, excited, right? If you look at Trainer Melly, oh my god, Grand Cross did outstanding. If you look at it for Liz, it wasn't the same as it was for Trainer Melly because they're, obviously two separate characters. Everyone loves Melly. Escanor's time, there was insane support, insane growth in the game. If you looked at it during Bond's time, also Chad King's time, they all were their own separate things of just explosive growth in the game. Liz, it was big, but it wasn't as big as those, right? So today, to show you how the month was and how Grand Cross actually did, you'll kind of be shocked. First, just to show it to you also, so this is the Google Play version. There's multiple versions of the game, obviously. The JP, KR, and Global, and then each one has an iTunes, like Apple, and Google Play version. So each one has that. I tried to open up all of them. I'm only missing one, which is the JP, I think, Google Play. So there's that. But again, in June, this is the revenue for June. What dropped? We had this, which was going to be Liz, right? With Trainer Melly, we had a costume sale. So when we did his, statistics, it was insane because you also had a costume sale. You also had a bunch of bundles and cool stuff there. For this month, it was Liz. Okay, nothing else really worth spending gems on. 21, you had Brunhild, so that was the other character banner that dropped. And then 28th, do not count this. I don't think anybody actually paid money to summon on this guy. So minus this one, you had this unit and this unit. It wasn't exciting, right? Brunhild wasn't the best. So really, you had one solid banner, which will stand at Liz. And this is the revenue, I will say, for basically just Liz. Over here, we have 3 million on the Google Play Global, so that's the first one. We had another 3 million on the iTunes Global. Wow, okay, not bad. Over here for KR, they've opted $400,000 on Google Play. Over on the iTunes version of it, only 100K. They didn't do that well over here, which is depressing. Over here for JP, which is the Google Play only. Never mind, I don't have iTunes, whoops. But they had 900K, and I believe when I checked it, the other one has 1 million. I could be wrong, I don't want to say it. But if you look at it, Grand Cross for a banner, which people said they didn't care about, did outstanding. 3 million, 6 million altogether. And yes, people will say, oh no, it wasn't Liz that sold the Annie, it was the actual banner we voted for. Remember, the banner you voted for ended up being turd because no one made a turd. So if they still made that revenue making it turd, first of all, that makes a bad precedent. Later in the future, they can just make any banner turd like for the Annie, and then we're screwed, and people will still summon for it. But both ways I feel with this argument, but still, if you did summon for it because of that, hey, they still made money. So, well. And again, if you did look at it, the month of Slime, which I believe was May, right? So I think, what is it, June? Now we're going to go into July, which we know what's going to happen here. Shouldn't be that much revenue in July because it was just basically what Freyr. You'll have the Annie at the end of the month. It won't count for Global. So July won't do so good. I believe May had Slime. So Slime also, I think, did pretty good on the stats. When I checked it was like 5 million or 6 million. So they did around similar revenue. Again, this is for June 2022. Obviously, in June, we had the Annie. It did pretty good. If you look at the downloads also, just like see this as a graph. If I go and look at, we'll look at this one, right? Because it looks like nobody leaves reviews on iTunes in comparison to Google Play. But if you look at it, the times when the game spiked was June 21st, which was Brunhild. Wow, okay. So basically when you get a lot of reviews, you get reviews because of people downloading the game and they're like reviewing it for the first time. So I guess we got reviews, a lot of reviews over here for Brunhild. Maybe a lot of downloads they were advertising. Over here on June 5th or July 5th, that was Freyr. So Freyr brought that many, reviews. Over here on June 7th, that was Liz. So Liz accordingly brought those reviews over here. So not bad. May 31st, May 24th, around somewhere here is when, Slime released. So I'm guessing all of those for that. So you do see that the banner dates kind of correlate to when people pick up the game and like, oh my god, I just saw an ad for Goddess Elizabeth or, you know, Light Elizabeth. I'm gonna download the game. I can't believe there's that many people that saw an ad for Brunhild and it's like, yeah, I'm gonna go and download the game and leave a positive review for my wife for Brunhild. So there's that, right? So both ways you see it as a similar case. That's kind of how these you know, updates go. So game does popular. It did pretty good. 200k downloads also isn't that bad. iTunes only doing 70k, but again, getting like, let's say 300,000 fresh players every month isn't that bad at all. Again, yes, it'll be different obviously next month, or the month after. Whenever it's not an anniversary or anything hyped, you'll definitely see a huge decline in the downloads. So we did pretty good. I think when Melly dropped, it was 700,000 downloads in just the month. So you can see the difference in how much like a character can change the game. It's crazy. Again, 9k over here, 5k over here, and then 20k in JP. Remember, JP was like, you know, you don't expect them to get like 1 million just like that. It's definitely a way smaller player base. But they did pretty good for their favorite character. They did genuinely pretty good. So there's that. I also wanted to bring up other games and just to show it to you. Dokkan on global Google Play is doing 3 million. Punishing Rerun is doing 400k Google Play, so they're not doing that bad actually. I expected less, but they're doing pretty good. Pokemon Unite only doing 500k, but again, it's because mainly they have a Switch version, which a lot of people pay for that over there, so they buy stuff on that version. 300k for Slime Collab Memories. This game fell off hardcore after releasing so many banners. Their revenue isn't that good, but I don't know how the game is. So if anybody still plays this, let me know down below. Is the game still worth trying? I keep getting like the notification. I haven't installed still because I don't delete stuff. But it's there. Is it worth picking up again? I know that like at a point it was really bad because it was like every 1 week it's a banner, and you do not have any chance to get enough currency for any of it. So let me know how that went. This game, the Nightmare of a Century, it constantly keeps getting so many bad reviews. But again, I still create content on it. I still kind of enjoy it. The difference is this gets so many characters, this barely gets any characters, right? So here you suffer if you're free to play. Here you're thriving because you barely get anything, bro. If you look at it, our entire Annie in this game, because again, if you watch my other channel where I upload this, that we got Tamaki Amajiki, right? So we got him for the Annie, and we haven't had a character 3 months prior to this new. So now, and again, now it's almost 3 months or 2 months, I'll say, and we still don't have a new character. So in this game, it's way different because you constantly have time to save. If you want to go and try an MHA game, it's just really low on content and everything like that. That's a game to try. But if you look at it, that game, again, did 400k. So Grand Cross is doing outstanding for where we are and for a game that's, again, you can say turn-based and whatever. And then them having Origins coming out soon, Origin, whatever. There is potential to like keep this game alive. There is no point to kill it. They're making 7 million, and again, if you look at it, this is going to be the side game because when you make an asset for Origin, it's going to be a 3D model regardless, right? They just have to do a little bit of fine tuning, turn that into a Grand Cross model, and then throw it into the game, right? So when they release characters there, we'll have characters here. When they make characters here, we'll have characters there. It really isn't that much for them to actually keep both games alive. So if you do say that they're going to shut down, it's complete bullcrap, right? It's not happening. Again, yes, less effort may go into Grand Cross than what it is. You see that now with singular banners and stuff like that. If you look at Skull and the Demon Dogs, I will say there's quality there. There is, in my opinion. They did well. They did well on first animations. There still is quality. There's not a loss of quality yet. Yes, a quantity is lost, but again, quality is still there. So again, I doubt anything you say about that. Again, yes, we say whatever about the banners. I keep complaining about, you know, single unit banners, but they are still doing good. They are still making 7 million a month if you combine all the revenues, and there is obviously more in there that maybe this tracker can't get right. So they could be making way more than we're guessing, right? So think about it now. There are like enough whales picking up this game to keep it alive, and it will last for a while. Another 1, 2 years, 3 years, it could keep going for definitely. With the 4 Nights of Apocalypse being, I think it's doing really well. I heard it's like the sales for the manga are doing outstanding. I saw a statistic somewhere. And if you look at it, if they add this into this game and this continues up, Grand Cross is going to be fine. So if you ever say that it's going to shut down and we're screwed over, I don't think so. Again, We may be losing quantity on banners and stuff like that, but I definitely have to stand the fact that quality is there. Freya's animations are outstanding, like literally good. Brunhild's attack animations were just, I would have never thought of those things, but they did real well with that also. Whatever it is, Summer Deanne, I hate with a passion, but her animations are cool. They are, right? Have you seen her attack animations? It's kind of funny. With the recent collab, it was effort. There was effort done. Rimuru's ultimate, Shuna's ultimate, they did stuff. They actually put effort in. Goddess Elizabeth, or whatever, Light Elizabeth. I did not expect the animations to be that well. They were cool. She's a cool unit. Everything they've been doing pretty good. So again, I still stand to the fact that they'll be fine. We'll just have to continue onward, see how it goes. The game is doing great at this moment in time. And again, for an Annie, which people said they didn't care about, 6 million is a damn good amount. So yeah, that's the June 2022 entire record or revenue, and then June 2022 downloads. That's what we got here today. Hopefully you're able to go and enjoy that. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have fun, stay safe. That's been it from me. Enjoy.